Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me, Anshine84. Today we're going to look at the next installment of Super Sentai vs Super Sentai Another, Black of the Nightmare. Over note, very sorry for this real late reply. I know the writer's block is pretty high and job was pretty demanding. For the moment I'll be taking care of this fix, so enjoy this chapter? Well, let's see if we do. Chapter 10, Black of the Nightmare. In the villain's headquarters, villains are in the meeting hall, being promised by Lamy that she would show her work, the very first door monthly creates. Can't wait to see with what she'll come up with. What? Can't wait with? Kirill commented, tapping on the table with one of his finger while his other hand is put on his chin. It had better be a strong one. Gashadoko slammed his fist on the table instead. Calm yourself, it is basic that people learn. But we'll try to make the situation calm. Whatever mistakes she commits, we'll make it up. For now. But should she instead not learn from failures? I will. Will what? Suddenly the door opened and Lamy entered. Behind her was a slender one with wings. So you're back, Lamy. This is the monster you spoke about? Shibalina asked, looking at the monster. It seemed to be based off a naked woman with bat wings and some black lines acting like cloth. Oh god, I thought the misery sent Reneo Zero thick had a lot of unnecessary sexualism. Her face is human-like. There were some soft scars that make her look a bit monstrous, but still look attractive to humans. So she is attractive or monstrous? Let's pick a lane. Yep, this is Doris Succubus. Lamy introduced. Instead of monster suddenly got near Kills. Hey, come back here. Well, hello, handsome. Doris Succubus suddenly started flirting. Got some free time for a night? Hello too, beautiful. What's for the night? Kills was too happy to comply. Well, let us say it be a passionate, intensive night. Doris Succubus continued flirting. Sure, Lamy has poured his away. Owie, that was mean, Miss Lamy. Idiot, do you want to instead suck Kills' life force up? But instead to probably done if going late in the sentence. He's our ally, Lamy scolded, wondering if something went wrong in Doris Succubus' creation. That part ended up too successful. Alright, can we continue? Shibalina asked. What does he do? As legends say, a succubus would enter a man's dream and suck the life force out of him. Doris Succubus is just like that, except she did not just target men. She did not target just men. I'll let you figure out what's wrong with it. Women are also fair play on her. That should be to her. I'll explain. While doing that, it seemed that the Doris Succubus was on the verge of hugging her. As a result, she backhanded her annoyance. Your target is supposed to be those humans, not anyone. Hey, that sounds really powerful. The humans won't see it coming, Gashadoko said. To make sure their first targets are those Super Sentai. Of course, Lamy said, nodding. However, Abella was the first to raise the question. How do you suppose she enters the minds of men? Do you suppose she goes invisible for it? But, Lamy's expression froze. This was the cause of one of her experiences. I haven't thought of that. Man, I thought it was going to be an invincible one. Kills the man's role was quick to make a sly face. It's still hot though. Well, in that case, we can remedy it with something like a medium. Shibalina offered as she stood up. Come with me, Lamy. We'll have to modify your monster with Neji technology. Very well then, Lamy said as he walked away with Shibalina. Abella only looked at the two walking away. There was some expectation within him. Then do your job well, ladies. Bonds, the Super Sentai was doing their normal daily activity. Okay, was probably a little bit more fitting, but not entirely. Taku and May this time trained together, who just scanning through the database of alienizers, which they have, while Chisato still had some activity with her college and recently just came back. Yo, she greeted. Welcome back, Chisato. Taku was just on a break on the training with May greeted her. How's college? Doing fine, thanks, Chisato answered. Well, I could use some research about criminals. It's the topic of the lecture today. Well, that can't be helped. Suddenly Hoji says he got up from his seat. I think the Hoji Masumi needs to be swapped. Go ahead, use the database for a moment. Wow, thanks Hoji. Chisato replied as he stepped to the chair. And he stopped a bit as he saw Hoji just standing there. What? You're going to supervise me? No, I don't use the nets for stuff like... stuffs like... I'm not thinking like that. Hoji shot back, still looking stern. I'm just saying, I'll guide you through a database. Answer questions you don't get about it. Things like that. That's so kind of you. Sato nodded, finally sat down, teasingly said, well, shall we, Hoji-sensei? Don't call me sensei. Hoji reminded us eventually he helped Sato in navigating through the database, while both Taku and Maid just watched. I suppose it's an improvement, Taku noted. Hoji before be much colder. Surprised me about people developed that quick. People. He just don't want to show weakness so easily. Don't. But he is a kind person, May commented, reminded with several times he interacted with Hoji and sometimes becoming the receiving end of his sudden generosity. Becoming. I've known. Really, May, he was rough to you, remember? Taku noted, remembering the earlier moments when Hoji was heavily disbelieving on May. Misunderstandings happened, Taku, but you also straightened him up, so you got my thanks as well, May commented, smiling, but it was quick to fade and her face turned to a normal expression. He looked around. Have you seen Jiraiya today? Yeah, come to think of it, I haven't seen him, Taku commented and wondered about Ninja's whereabouts. Wanna go check? May just nodded and they left both Hoji and Sato to work on together. Work on. Well, they went to look for Jiraiya and stumbled upon the recreation room. From the outside, it was like the light wasn't even lit. It was already night. Did he have some sort of early sleep? Taku wondered as he got near to the door. And suddenly, BOOM! Whoa! Well, Taku May was taken aback with such loud, that they accidentally pushed the door open. He felt that Jiraiya was watching an action movie. Oh yeah, awesome! Jiraiya cheered. How the action hero made a huge explosion on the enemy base, ending the movie. Can't have been that good a movie then. At that point, he realized that both Taku and May just accidentally opened the door. Hey, what's wrong? That's some loud stuff, Taku said, getting up and scratching his ears. What are you doing, Jiraiya? Watching movies, Jiraiya stated shortly as May was looking for the movies that he owned, in form of a DVD. Wow, May looked in awe. It came in different types. Not that I knew. They used something of a black square tape or something. Oh, must be a VHS. Well, technology marched on, Sato kindly explained to me. Jiraiya answered, remembering how Sato told him about DVD players. Luckily, the Bonds' recreation room did have a DVD player for watching movies. It always looks more advanced than what I used to see back then. Taku defended it, mostly used in watching movies through a theatre. Used in. Just then he noticed, where did you get this much? I was a generous customer when I ran my crepe stand, Jiraiya said, remembering what he did in the morning. There was a female customer who bought a lot of his crepe and not only paid him handsomely, also gave a bunch of movie DVDs to him. I think there should have been but instead of a comma. She gave 8 these to me and so far these were good. Wow, maybe there's a romantic one I'd like to watch, May hoped. Last bout of Pandora, she did want to watch something romantic, maybe along with the other zoo rangers. However, at that time, duty called and she had to prioritise her duties as Princess Barisha tribe over her need like a normal girl of her age. What we need to be like. So she was mostly concentrated in fighting. I know something even more exciting than that, Jiraiya suddenly grinned, piquing Taku's interest. In fact, I wanted to invite Hoji and Sato to enjoy this together, the 5 of us, movie night. Yeah, sure, Taku nodded before asking, so what movie will it be? It turned out to be a horror movie. The movie's revolved around a cursed videotape which has seen light and popularity since 1998. This is the new version. All 5 watched the movie intently till the movie truly ends. After I turned on the light once more and watching took place at night, it turned out the only one remaining sitting down straight in place was just Hoji and Jiraiya. That's it, really? Hoji said in a deadpan tone. It's a decent rip-off. It's not enough to scare me. Watched the original many times. Used to skipping sleep back in the days. Reminded him of the days before he became an SPD member. And his friends watching the original horror story, pissing on their pants, apparently they weren't wearing them, and skipping sleep. However, he watched and he became more familiar with it to be unaffected. Watching, however, the same couldn't be said to the girls. Get off my hand, May. The movie's over. But it was so scary, May stated, shivering as he spoke. I don't know if I can sleep tonight. Sleep in one bed with Sato hugging each other. Problem solved, Hoji stated once again. Seriously, May, it's just fiction. Sato, who was at the time holding on Jiraiya's hand, heard about upcoming stuff, a movie like this, called Ring or something. I haven't watched that and only heard it was super scary. Now you probably just confirmed it. She then said in a sarcastic tone while still being scared. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, heard it came out in 1998. Holy Stacy looked at Jiraiya. He still kept a cool face. Not scared either, Jiraiya? Oh, of course not, Jiraiya suddenly said, surprised he's being called. Of course I'm not scared at all. I mean, that was obviously based on a yokai that the Kakurei's usually fought. What's it called? Yes, the Onryo. Onryo? Sato then asked, perhaps Jiraiya knew more. The spirit of vengeance, simple as that. Jiraiya gave a short answer. Oh, Daimao never unleashed that kind of monster. I'm sure there's one yokai like that from his corpse. Oops. Oh, wait, no, I mispronounced that. It's core, not corpse. And again, and that's a pretty big leap to assume there's one like that in there. Hoji noted until he looked around. Where did Taku go? Just then realised that Taku was gone from their sight. It scared me more and tightened a hug on Hoji. Oh no, perhaps he... Damn it, May, Hoji said. I told you, it's fiction. Won't happen in reality. Now get your hug off me. Your hug. Wait, Jiraiya then put his hand near his ear. Felt like he had some sort of gnashing teeth. Suddenly he jumped out behind the couch they're sitting at and said, oh, so there you are. Huh? Sato then got up and followed Jiraiya at looking behind the couch. Found Taku curling himself up and holding his head, completely scared. My god, Taku, so you're scared? It's just fiction. 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 Taku continued to say such things as if trying to ensure himself that everything's going to be alright. Don't worry about it too much, Taku. The movie's over. Sato tried to ensure. I think that should be encouraged. And from her, she's also scared. I guess that was natural for someone who came from the 80s to be scared. Hoji continued, he also got up. That's why it's called horror story. It doesn't sell if it doesn't scare people. I fought lots of dogla monsters bravely, even ghost-based. Taku constantly got them to face Jiraiya. None came close to this, Jiraiya. You picked a good one. He tried to smile as big as he can, trying to congratulate Jiraiya for his keen eye in movie picking. Jiraiya laughed a little as he smiled. Then he walked away while stating something that would strike fear to even Taku. Then good luck sleeping. At those words, Taku froze, unable to give a retort. It looked like he'll have to spend the night either sleepless or haunted. The next morning, at Bond's dining room, Taku entered, however hazy with his sleep while Hoji was already there, reading newspaper. As he didn't only depend on the database of daily information. Slept well, Taku? Of course I did. Taku protested. I'm not. Well, at least you're awake. Breakfast will be ready soon, Hoji replied, looking at the toast nearby to get the breads toasted and ready. Say, where the rest? Taku wonders. There were only two of them. Must have been asleep, Hoji gave a short answer. Better wait so we can have breakfast together, Taku said, noticing that there are 5 plates for them to eat. They come to eat with plates? However, after minutes of waiting, the 3 never came. Even Hoji grew wary. What now? They're too scared to get up? Jiraiya was pretty brave back then, that can't be his reason. Taku says he got up. I'll take a look. Didn't take long for Taku to just take several steps and he's hearing some ladies talking. Wait, please. What are they talking about? Taku says he headed to the ladies' room and found that the doors open and Mei and Sato weren't even seen. What does that mean? What? Come on, Jiraiya, wake up, it's morning already. Sato's voice could be heard and Taku headed off to the source. Jiraiya's room. Mei and Sato were there and they were trying to wake him up. Taku, something weird's going on to Jiraiya. Mei approached him. He refuses to get up. Really? Maybe he's tired. Taku tried to pass it off until he realised that both girls had been doing physical contacts. Oh god. With Jiraiya. It'd be absurd if he didn't wake up through that. Wait, this seems off. Why isn't he waking up when he's touched? That I don't know, Mei answered. Got a bad feeling about this. It's like this is not a natural sleep. We certainly haven't fought any monsters yesterday, Sato muttered. Maybe Hoji knows something. Perhaps there's some alien either drugging something. Right, that should be a good idea, Taku says he moved away. Come on, let's go. Nodding, the 2 girls followed Taku, hoping that Hoji might find some answer. At a shock round that Hoji has fallen asleep as well, on the dining table no less. I'm sorry, it's a slightly ridiculous image there. My god, Taku was in shock, looking at what transpired. Hoji, not you too, wake up! Sato tried to wake Hoji up to no avail. Started to make a wonder, did someone poison his food? Can't be true. Taku shook his head, looking at the toasted bread in front of Hoji, still untouched. He hasn't even taken a bite. Maybe Right, there may be something unnatural behind this. I'll have to investigate. I'm coming with you, Taku, May said, holding Hoji's forehead and feeling something strange within. I don't know, but somehow I felt some sort of familiar voice behind this. Force behind this. Very well, here, you eat this, Taku says. He offered Hoji's bread to May. Oof, leave him without any breakfast. Eh, at times like this? May was shocked seeing Taku being so carefree in this time of crisis. Perhaps he finally understood as he explained why. And I'll just take a break to do something. Wait, what about me? Sato asked, feeling to be left behind. Fine, Taku then looked at both Hoji and Jiraiya's room, then looked at her. Sato, you stay, Taku ordered. Someone needs to guard this base while we're away. Two of us fall into something weird like this. Okay, you don't need to say any more. Sato nodded as she understood her task. I'll guard this base. Come back safely. No worries, Taku says. He grabbed the toast that was supposed to be his. Let's go, May. As she nodded, both of them head towards the teleporter and head to the surface, beginning their investigation. At the same time, Jiraiya woke up in a slightly weird dimension. It's quite empty. Huh? Where am I? He muttered, looking around. Nobody's there. And suddenly, however, there was a loud sound of thunder. He usually wasn't scared. The sound was so loud he had to cover his ears. So loud. Ow, as he covered his ears, he suddenly realised something. Wait, last I remembered I was asleep for a night. This is a dream. I should have awakened. Something's wrong here. As he looked around, he saw a shade of a woman in kimono. Her pale face caught the attention of Jiraiya. Who are you? He looked at her. She didn't like any yokai, but he still emitted an air of mystery. She just moved away from Jiraiya's sight. Wait, he followed her. Woman may be suspicious, but this was the only way for him to get any information of what was going on around him. He ran and ran, chasing for a woman throughout the foggy dimension. As he ran, he suddenly heard a loud sound of door closing. What? Jiraiya looked behind and he saw there was a closed door, and upon investigation, and I'd lost my place. It looked like he's drawn to some sort of house. The surrounding area was even darker than normal. Nah, it can't be some sort of haunted house, right? He smiled sleepily as he walked forward. He opened one door and saw the woman looking behind him. Ah, there you are, Jiraiya greeted. I was wondering, where am I? There was no response. As the woman turned, she no longer had the woman's face. Instead, it was a skull devoid of flesh. Jiraiya was in complete shock as the skeletal lady grabbed him and pinned to the ground, shrieking and laughing hysterically as her arms put on top of him and tried to rip him apart. I'm not dying here, Jiraiya yelled as he struggled and messed with the skeletal lady. Then he kicked her away, letting her get up. Fortunately for Jiraiya, the woman is a persistent one. Why is that suddenly present tense? No matter how many times Jiraiya failed her, she always got back up. When Mad Kate said, there's this one trick I can do, Jiraiya said he grabbed something from his ninja garb. A bomb! He immediately threw it to the skeletal lady. Boom! The skeletal lady exploded. Only her bones remained. Ha! Serves you right. Jiraiya taunted a bit, till his taunt turned to terror once more. Suddenly her bones gathered once more, forming again. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Jiraiya exclaimed as he fought further. Just barely remembered something. There are a lot of these in the movies. He thought, remembering that in the movie there was a skeletal ghost like this. Of course, not including the infamous string-haired ghost. If that was in the movie, I could laugh at it, but these, as such, fears started to creep on Jiraiya as his movement started to falter. Started to become unable to completely dodge some attacks, causing him to be cut here and there with skeletal claws. Just then, someone tapped his arm from behind. Yes, Jiraiya turned behind, and suddenly, the string-haired ghost lady from a previous movie was in front of him. Of course, whenever it was visible from her mouth, it seemed like she was grinning madly. Fear completely took over Jiraiya as he explained as loud as he can. Oh my god! So, any ideas? Taku asked as he walked together with May through the streets. It seemed peaceful, but they knew something was amiss. Jiraiya used to run a crepe stand, right? May noted. Maybe it's going to where he usually hung out selling crepes. Sounds good, Taku said, but his movement was halted when he looked at one of the televisions in a nearby store. Supposed to wear the local channel in Japan at the time, it should be news time by NHK. The amount of table where the newscaster usually sat and read the news were empty. What's happening in NHK? This is supposed to be a time for morning news. Out of curiosity, Taku instead entered the store. Ah, wait, Taku! May entered together with him, but at her shop, the store was completely empty. Not even the owners were there. No way! Yesterday, even in the morning, this store should be ready. What? Excuse me, a male child voice called out. Brother and sister, are you buying something? No, not really, I'm sorry, Taku answered the approached young boy. You're a hard-working boy. Keep it up. Oh, not really. My father usually ran this store. The boy explains he suddenly hung his head low. For some reason, today he just refused to wake up. So did Mom. He used to wake up. May was shocked hearing it. The same symptoms fell on both Holt and Dwyer. Was it just today? Eh? Yes, it's weird. The store is usually crowded. Why is it bad it's empty now? Boy said in a sad tone. Maybe I'm not. No, you're doing a good job, May tried to cheer him up. Something wrong going on around here. Don't worry, Sis will take care of it. Thank you, Sis, Boy greeted, smiling. Not to worry, Bro will also take care of it. Tack also busted in, showing the boy further. Be a good boy, okay? Your parents will be proud. That the two left a store of new information in their mind. So I guess that means those two aren't the only victims, Taku noted. It's a widespread disease or something. What can cause it? Eh? May then spotted something. A woman selling a bunch of movies. On the stand she's selling, there was a plank writing, original movies for sale. Taku, that woman, she looks a bit suspicious. Huh, yeah, she's selling something original on street, Taku muttered. Why didn't she try to sell in a more respectable place? Anyway, this is worth asking. Both of them then approached woman. Hello, young lady. Ah, customers, the woman said. Finally a customer, I haven't had one this morning. You are open very early? You're a hard-working woman, Taku commented. While doing that, Maven looked at the movies she's selling in form of DVDs. When she looked at one of the DVDs, she felt something very honest. What is this familiar feeling? Oh, no, I get it. Maven suddenly took one of the DVDs and then snapped in two. My God, what are you? The woman shrieked in terror. May, what in the world? Taku tried to rip round her. Suddenly, even his aura felt an evil energy emanating from a broken DVD. What is this? The moment I touched the DVD was the moment I knew something was wrong. Miss, May said boldly, staring at the woman. I should have recognised that face quicker. Why don't you just show your true self, Lammy? Here. The woman suddenly grinned as she spun, she revealed her true self. As May predicted, her nemesis Lammy. I see her instinct is still as sharp as ever, Princess of Risa tried. You! Taku also recognised the woman, recalling that she did appear alongside Kyo's and the rest of the pack. So, Dwyer must have been tricked by you. What have you done? I just gave him my movie, Lammy nonchalantly answered. As of the effect, you'll see soon enough. Golems! Snapping her fingers, she summoned a lot of golems. This'll be your grave. Taku was about to transform, but golems are quick to strike them, causing him and May to defend themselves without transforming. Really don't let up. It didn't take long for Lammy to leap in and kicked Taku on the face, knocking him down. She raised her sword upwards and pushed it down with extreme speed, attempting to slash Taku. Oh, why is there a comma after slash? Until her hand was shot with an arrow, causing her to stagger, aiming Taku to backflip and took a good range. You always get in my head. Wait, do you, May? Hey, Lammy said in annoyance, looking at one who shot the arrow. May, what you're doing is inexcusable, May retorted. Daniel, tell me how to wake those people up. Wake up? After inflicted Pecotador succubus? Dream on, Lammy said with confidence. If she likes him, she would play him as she sucked on their life force. If not, they'll be left to die by her minions in the world of Dream. Doris succubus? That's Dream? Taku gritted his teeth, hearing such tale. You monster! I guess I should expect no less from a like you. Meeting you used to suck him into a dream mode you spoke of. With these DVDs? May added. Lammy, how could you? How could I indeed? Lammy says he stared at her rival. It's all for my reunion. My reunion would come soon if I destroy. Oh, you Super Sentai. Reunion? What are you talking about? Taku asked, not really getting what she meant. Simple. When I kill you, I reunited Bandora-sama, my dear Griffiths, and my child. Lammy said he sounded really heartfelt and desperate. How dare you get him away between a mother and her child? You're all nothing but hypocrites. You have a child? Taku was shocked hearing it, and surprisingly, so did May. Doesn't matter he was. After all, Lammy gave birth from prison. She was sent by the zoo rangers, so she had no idea. Lammy, I'll be honest. May suddenly lowered her bow. Once again, her voice softened. I feel sorry for you. You probably forcefully separated from your family by either Abella or Rufus's power. You have my sympathies. I would like to help you, but I'm glad you understand, May. Lammy said as she approached her and suddenly prepared for a quick strike. Well, we can start with your death. May! Taku yelled as Lammy is about to land a hit. Only to find that May already blocked her bow. It's busy your method of reuniting with them by ruining many people's lives in your path, destroying them in dreams where you're supposed to think of happy things. May said, this time voice with anger. And rather than helping you, I would instead stop you. Ugh. Lammy gritted her teeth, hearing such refusal. She pushed further, but May instead moved her bow aside, causing her to stumble forward, where it's supposed to think of causing her to stumble forward. Using this chance, she swung her bow in a circular path, swatting Lammy aside as she quickly got into her Dino Buckler. In an instant, Dino Buckler! She transformed into Terror Ranger and immediately prepared to shoot at Lammy with her Terror Arrow. The arrow was shot and Lammy could only block it with her sword, but the pain was still inflicted to her arm and held the sword. You! Lammy was about to strike again until... Oh, a mask! Taku was quickly transformed into a red mask and shot Lammy down with a laser magnum. I agree with May. You do look sympathetic, but your method is really questionable. That's why I will stop you. I feel that's been 2 senses. Stop me then, Lammy said as he got up. I'm far from done. First began another bout of fighting between the 2 Sentai warriors and Lammy. Despite her seemingly noble intentions, both Red Mask and Terror Ranger wouldn't let her go further, as it would spell doom to the humanity. Watching a fight from afar, Sylvie couldn't help but chuckle. Don't even realise they're too late. Too late, Gazdoko said curiously. They're still putting up a fight. Of course he won't realise, since for the night he was soundly sleeping. Sylvie said once more with a smirk formed within her lips. But already cursed, the moment we watched that video Lammy brought to them. After several bouts of fighting, however, both Red Mask and Terror Ranger felt their movements became slow as they were struck with fatigue. My body, Terror Ranger in particular, was slowed down in a most crucial moment. Lammy was able to chit her and knocked her down. Ha ha ha. Time has come for me to bid you farewell and leave you all to your deaths, Lammy said as he stepped back. Dora's succubus, the rest is yours. Dora's succubus, where is that? Red Mask asked, although his body was also faltering. We'll be meeting us soon enough, Lammy said. You signed the contract last night after all. Ha 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 ha. With that, in a gust of wind, she vanished. In the meantime, Red Mask and Terror Ranger's bodies continued to falter, but ended up de-transformed. Last night, no, it couldn't be. Taku suddenly came to realization of what had happened and when the contract meant. That movie Jiraiya bought, we all watched it together, which means we've all been cursed. Oh no, May was fighting it. We better get back quick. Maybe Chisato can help. Both Taku and May helped each other to stand. They struggled to head back to Bonds. Second by second, their bodies continued to falter further, as if getting them to fall asleep already. Chisato! Upon arriving at Bonds, Taku called out. There was no response. Chisato! Males continued to call as they headed to the dining room. On there, however, they were shocked to saw that just like Hojin Jiraiya, Chisato has also fallen asleep. Oh no, we're too late! 8, as May uttered such words, she finally also succumbed and fell asleep, Taku catching her body. May! Hey, wake up! Taku tried to wake her up, but it did nothing. Eventually, he didn't have enough power to lift her up as he put her to the ground as he struggled to stand on his own 2 feet. Don't film here. My overpower, Taku thought, concentrating, hoping his overpower would keep him awake. But the last force was too strong. Eventually, he couldn't stay awake and fell asleep too. Damn, is this it? Hi! Jiraiya was shivering. No one was seeing him except these ghosts. He was too overcome with fear. When everyone was watching, he was good enough to hide all his fears. In truth, probably would run away from the room instead of hiding behind the couch like Takeru. As a result, the ghosts were free to lay beat down to him, to the point that he's bleeding in many places. No, not here. I'm not afraid of you. Go away. Till eventually a shadow suddenly swept in and took Jiraiya away. He entered the room together with him as Jiraiya eventually was able to look at his saviour, a woman with red hair and very revealing clothes. Thanks, Jiraiya saying gratitude. Oh, no problem. The woman also spoke in perfect English. In fact, she used a Scottish accent to make her sound more seductive. Can't let you handsome guy die after all. Your name? Jiraiya asked. Please, put on more clothes. It's very distracting. Oh, don't worry, the woman said. This is my usual attire. But never mind that. Let's have some fun. Fun? Jiraiya asked, curious what she meant. Fun. But I think there's a bye missing there. What about those? But as Jiraiya was scared, he was also worried. They had prey on another. He feared that he couldn't protect them. Oh, no worries. They probably would find another playmate like you. The woman continued. Don't worry, you're my playmate now. What? Jiraiya says. The woman suddenly touched his clothes, attempting to undress him. Jiraiya grabbed it quickly up. Please, not like that. I'm chaste. Oh, don't be such a bore. I like you very, very much. But the woman continued to invite Jiraiya further. At that point, suddenly there was a lot of screams heard from the room's window. Okay, hold up. Let me check what's happening outside. Jiraiya says he headed to the window. To his horror, he saw a very ghost attacked him, now bringing friends and attacking his friends. Oh my god. Taku, Hoji, Maid, Sato. Okay, are you done? Woman suddenly asked, looking at the window as well. Oh, they'll do just fine. Look, they're resisting even more than you. Deep down, Jiraiya felt the same. Friends were able to resist fear he didn't quite when alone. He spent a year battling Japanese equivalent, shouldn't that be V, of these, but faltered when similar things confronted him. When he looked at the battle, he saw the other thing. Chag and the rest were resisting, but they're still losing a battle. Something must be done. But I know it's in for time to falter. It's the same as the yokai core. I don't need to fear. Now, wait a minute. He looked at the woman. Even when he's a child and living in America, started training with Master Gali, he used to read some Western folklore as well as the demons residing there. He did find one thing that woman is very similar with. Something similar to. Nice try, succubus. Jiraiya said he performed a clean roundhouse kick straight on the face. When fell to the ground with a mighty force to kick, as well as being surprised that Jiraiya would do that. Wow, I can't believe I still remember that kick and that move from me in 1972 about two legendary martial artists from across the globe duking it out. Few definitive articles and pluralizations missing from that sentence. How can you do this to me? Woman whines to their face, it started to look less human. And succubus, how? Yeah, you really did good in bringing out my fear in Dream World. Again, there's a definitive article missing. Jiraiya said, hopping a little while he faced her. No more cowardly Jiraiya. Entered Jiraiya the Brave. You little, I liked you so much. The woman said she eventually revealed her true form. Out of door, succubus. Regardless, I will suck the life force out of you. Your friends are net. She then ran forward, approaching Jiraiya, but he only dodged most of its attacks. What's the matter? In my world, there's no way you can transform. You can't kill me, what? Ha, I don't need it. Jiraiya's overwhelming courage was very painful to bear as it staggered her. Dora's succubus's world did have one weakness. Someone overcame their fear, the power within would be lost, and it weakened the Dora's succubus's strength. I'll destroy you myself here if necessary. Wata! Jiraiya leapt and launched a flying kick straight onto Dora's succubus's face. At that moment, it felt like the world was crumbling as a flash of light enveloped the whole world. And Dora's succubus fell, instead fell in an open field. Simply instead landed. This is not my world anymore. Huh? Well, I guess it's good to be back. Jiraiya noticed and looked around. Found not just Taku and the rest, but also many people who were also cursed. Everyone. What? Taku said, scratching his head. Last time I remembered fighting monsters in some weird dimension. What a long nightmare. He says until he looked at Dora's succubus. Wait, I see my creature flashing in my nightmares. So that was the cause. So that must be the Dora's succubus Lamy was talking about, May said as he got up. First off, Jiraiya? What about first off, get the civilians out first? Jiraiya went behind the others. Right. Everyone, please get out and leave this to us. Sas says he must drove the civilians away. They were already scared what Dora's succubus was like. Jiraiya, those movies you bought cursed over a curse. Taku explained her. I think that's a bit redundant. You could put marks over her curse. They also had moved from a CD. What was a DVD? It forces us enter the dream. There's a 2 missing there. Oh, so that's how. She probably plans to kill us in that dream, Jiraiya noted. Unforgivable. Let's go, guys. Okay. Moving forward, nodded as they prepared to transform. Oh, a mask. Emergency. Deca Ranger. Face on. Dino Buckler. Super Henge. Dawn Changer. Install. Mega Ranger. Amplified transformed and were ready to do battle. Presently were ready. Facing the Queen of Dream World. If that's the name of the place, shouldn't it be capitalized? Red Mask. Pursue mysterious cases. Deca Blue. Power Ranger. May. Ninja Black. Jiraiya. Mega Yell. Even though we're from a different time and team, Red Mask began, in which Ninja Black followed. We are still united as one. We are Super Sentai. You traitor! Dora's succubus screamed as she snapped her fingers. Much to everyone's surprise, creatures about to happen appeared in the dream world, including the skeleton ghost and long-haired ghost appeared instead of golems. Eek! It's them! Mickey yelled in surprise shriek. What are they doing here? Caught their dream world exclusive. Here, this kind of illusionary trick is child's play. Ninja Black says he threw several smoke bombs for the monsters. Once the fog cleared, there are none of these creatures, but mere golems. Golems in disguise? Terry said. Rather surprising. You fail at being a kunoichi, monster, Ninja Black taunted. Well, I guess bad enough, show off, Deku said, loading his D-sniper. Let's get down to beating them off. Right, my fists are getting itchy anyway, Red Mask says. The five rushed to the golems and fought them off together. Right behind them, Dorsuke was watching intently. Ha! They thought I'm only strong in my dream world. Why is it capitalized now? I'll show you. Why they call me a succubus. She suddenly blew a kiss which formed a heart shape. It was thrown to a fighting Super Sentai and hit Red Mask from behind. Now then, my chosen boy, fight for me, will you? In a sudden, Red Mask and punched Ninja Black on the face. Taku, what the? Deku protested, but he instead was blocked. Taku, get a hold of yourself. That's a friend. Megio yelled, but Red Mask continued beating on both Deku Blue and Ninja Black. Ha 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 ha! Dorsuke laughed looking at how friends fight. You see, he is now my slave. I knew it if I heard of the name Succubus, Terrain said, realizing what happened. What does that mean? Succubus. It's one of Pandora's ancient monsters used to mesmerize men and women to her world. How did Larry, men and women? Megio surprised him at. That means this monster's a bi? Aye, indeed. I need something to entertain me than just boys fighting. Cat fight would do fine too. Dorsuke gives an attempt to blow another kiss. What the hell? Come to mama. No you don't. Aunt Terrain says he shot an arrow to a Dorsuke, but it was too late. Even though the arrow hit her, a blow was shot to Terror Ranger. However, it was rejected and reflected. Grr! You reach a tribe in your silly holy protection? Dorsuke said in annoyance and she grinned. But still, I got my replacement. A Terror Ranger wondered. She was attacked by Megilo. My god! Disato. Oh. Dance, puppets, dance. Dorsuke was just sitting down as he watched boys fighting boys and girls fighting each other. With stuffs like this, who needs golems? Damn, what a tricky monster. Deku says he blocked Red Mask's masky blade. But at this moment, Ninja Black noticed something on Dorsuke. Hey, I got an idea. You need to distract her, Mr. Black said. But how? Taku was quite the distraction. Deku said that he blocked him strike. Just trust me, Ninja Black said. He threw a smoke bomb and suddenly vanished. Hey, Jiraiya, Deku called out. However, the guy decided to trust Ninja Black in planning, but he still had his doubts. All he did was defense. He never raised his weapon against a fellow Sentai warrior. Same goes to Terror Ranger. However, after moments of fighting, suddenly both Red Mask and Mega Yellow stepped up and struggled, clutching their heads. Dakaru, Chisato, Hoji, what the hell are you doing? Don't just stand there, attack, Red Mask struggled as he said. Attack you? Are you joking? Trust Jiraiya, attack her! Red Mask needed to speak. Yeah. And leave you to whack me from behind, Deku sarcastically answered. No, that doesn't sound so good. You can disable us, Megio spoke, all struggling. Hurry, disable, I see. Terror Ranger said she got a clue and pulled her bow. Sorry, Chisato. As he said back, he sobbed Mega Yellow on the leg. May, what you? Deku Blue nearly protested until he finally realized perhaps this was the only way. Ready to snipe and also shot Red Mask on the leg. Good, Red Mask said suddenly. The rest is yours. Make sure that doesn't go in vain. Whatever Jiraiya's planning, we better don't let it go waste. We better not let it go to waste. Deku Blue said he closed into Terror Ranger. Are you ready, May? I'm ready as ever. The Terror Ranger took aim of her bow, so did Deku Blue the sniper. In the meantime, Dorsuke Goldman yelled, What kind of show is that? It was getting interesting. Continue. Shut up, Deku Blue said. He shot the sniper towards Dorsuke's wings. Terror arrow! Terror Ranger then shot her arrow to Dorsuke, but not on the chest, on her legs. Ah! Damn you! Are you underestimating me? Dorsuke suggested, feeling as if she's been shown some form of mercy. Actually, you were respecting the wishes of our friend, Deku Blue said, as suddenly the ground behind Dorsuke erupted and she felt like flying. But to the side, she was kicked from the ground so hard by Ninja Black, and he quickly grabbed her from behind. She was unable to move with her wounded wings. Nimpu, Izuna Otoshi, as Ninja Black said. He dove down to the ground, spinning around and heads first, trying to drop Dorsuke's head to the ground. On the ground where he headed was his Kakare Maru pointed upward, as if it was to be impaled to Dorsuke's head. If it was to be used to impale Dorsuke's head? Ah! Dorsuke screams, the blade is stuck onto her head. Men's pain was too much for her, but she is yet to explode. though she stuck with her legs on the top and her head on the ground. Whereas Ninja Black landed on his feet, he was ready for another attack. Nimbo, rock, fall. As Ninja Black decided, Bowles fell to Dora's succubus, hitting her from above and impaling her further to a Kakare Maru. With that, the pain finally reached its peak and Dora's succubus exploded. As he said, the spell inflicting her victims were lifted. To be inflicted on her victims were lifted, Red Mask and Miguel regained their senses. What? Red Mask said, eventually demorphed back to Takeru. Phew, guess it worked. Ow! Takeru! As a result of this morph, Hoji approached Takeru while Mei approached Sato. You okay? I'm fine, really. Takeru said smiling. Broke my legs several times and I trained karate. This is fine for me. Shouldn't be trained in karate? Well, that's to you. I never had any karate training. What does that first part of the sentence statement mean? Sato protested. She also held her leg and cringed in pain. Ow, even to the greater good, it still hurts like hell. Don't worry, Sato, I'll pat you up just fine. May tried to reassure her, feeling responsive. She started her leg. I mean, it's not that bad, but passing me up may hurt a little. Yeah, for now, case complete. Jiraiya approached him, already carrying his Kakare Maru. After all, the blade was made of enough powerful metal that it could withstand an explosion. Guess this is why I should say super cool, perfect. Hey! Oda protested. Jiraiya not only stole his catchphrase, he also did it in good English. Ouch. He didn't continue, instead put quite a smile. And he put on, or at least he did good in Miss Platinum, so I guess I can let it start right. Yeah, no hard feelings, Jiraiya said. Let's get back to Bonds. But if you want to rest, I still got a bunch of movies up to refreshing for us to watch. It's not horror this time, okay? May said. Jiraiya nodded to help each other carrying the wounded and walk away. You didn't buy that from any suspicious people like that horror movie before, did you? Takeru asked, wondering how they got to the mess in the first place. Jiraiya asked, still confusing what he meant. Takeru then had to explain how Dora's succubus managed to curse him into the dream world, using DVDs as a medium for her to contract who got to enter her world. Oh, that. Don't worry, this one I rented from a good store. Well, at least that's good, Hoji commented. Also, you guys, Jiraiya suddenly had his voice from Saw. I gotta confess something. Confess about what? Sato asked. You know, Jiraiya knew he was like throwing himself into a pit of fibers. Seemed to be it was like, but he had to be honest. When we watched that horror movie, I was scared. Even more scared than you, Takeru. Well then, you did a good job in covering it. Sometimes it's a very important thing to hide your fear, Takeru said, knowing that it's a battle tactic to not let enemies know that he's under effect fear. I know, but sometimes, Jiraiya said, you've got to be honest and admit your feelings rather than denying it. Guess that's why I can overcome that succubus. For me, and it's a good lesson to be learned, right? I decided to try to solve the situation up, and as they continue to walk to the city where the bonds are located, to me what bonds is, they continue to talk about various subjects. Perhaps fears sometimes are best isn't simply fears. So long as you accept even fear into your emotions, you'll be even more powerful. And always never sink deep into your fear. Keep up fighting. Super Sentai. To be continued. Always note. Well, that's Jiraiya's third chapter. Don't complain on why I made it for you and do not toss an info. Even Pikachu never show it. It's so common and famous between many ninja and video games. I can't help to include. Oh, if you only have a roundhouse kick goes to Jiraiya, go YouTube Wave for Dragon and witness how Chuck Norris did it to Bruce Lee. Got the inspiration for roundhouse and match. Well, aside from that, there'll be one more film, probably another ship tease next chapter. So stay tuned. Okay, but chapter's about the same as always. Pretty much average, but nothing special in quite a few hours. See you next time for the final filler for a while. A successful mission.